What's blocking your manifestations, and how can you release the blocks and get your vibrations higher? Let's find out. Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Granny B. If you're new here, then a special welcome to you. Please give the video a like, comment down below with any questions you have, and subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell so that YouTube will let you know when I post new pick a card readings like this one to the channel. Today's reading is looking at places that you may be blocked from manifesting and how to release those blocks and get your vibrations raised so that you can be in a place of allowing everything in. Most of the decks I'm using today are listed with affiliate links in the description box below. I am an Amazon associate and I may get compensated if you purchase an item through one of those links. Remember, this is a general reading, so there may be some messages that are for you and some that are for others watching. Take what you can relate to and leave the rest. We have 3 piles of cards here. We have pile 1 with the little Christmas angel. We have pile 2 with Santa's sleigh. And we have pile 3 with the little teddy bear. So, pick the pile that you are most drawn to right now and then go down to the timestamps and click on the timestamp next to the pile, and they will be in the description box and in a pinned comment below. Group 1, hello, welcome to your reading. Remember, this is a general reading, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind. And I'll put your Christmas angel over here. Okay, so I'm starting with your fairy tarot to read the general circumstances that you're in right now. King of Winter. Get advice from someone professional and objective, public speaking, unemotional relationships. This is the energy of head over heart, being logical and detached. It could be someone that can give you that wise and impartial advice, perhaps a professional, and it's always a good idea to consult a professional when you need to. But this energy is not emotional. There's no heart here. If this is where you're manifesting from, the cold logic, the head, then you might find it slow going. Logic and science are a good place to start from, but manifestation is intention plus emotion or feeling. The Lovers. True love that is long-lasting, choices made from the heart, a return to good health. See, choices made from the heart. I feel that this is adding the heart in with the head. You could be being distracted by a love interest or relationship, or in the headspace where manifesting that one particular person is all you seem to be able to focus on. You can do that. You really can. But focusing on that one thing or every tiny interaction with them isn't the best way to flow that outcome. Focus on the things in your life that flow easily and let the ones that aren't go for a while. Of course, this could simply be the face meaning of the Lovers, new love, or that heart-based choice. The Wheel. Delays are over, sudden or unexpected good luck, a new car or travel. You're seeing some synchronicities then, or about to. This interpretation of the Wheel of Fortune is a really nice one. This is true manifesting energy. And if you've got head, King of Winter, and heart, the Lovers, together, then I can see it being that sort of magical upswing in your vibration and momentum. Definitely on the up here. Anyway, this is good energy. Four of Autumn. Manage your resources wisely. Achieve a balance in how you spend and save money. Help out those who are less fortunate. In the guidebook here, it talks about not comparing yourself with other people, and I'm going to remind you that judgments both of and from others, should be given no power, neither accept nor reject them. Remain neutral to them. You might have more than you think you do here. You might be less blocked and more open to the flow of manifesting energy than you realize. This can happen if you have one big thing that you're intending for that seems not to want to turn up. Everything is fine except this one thing. The other warning here is not to hold on tightly to what you have. Catherine Ponder says that we should create a vacuum, make space in our lives for what we want to flow in. There's a little bit of lack mentality here. Queen of Winter. Let go of people or things that no longer serve you. Now is the time to focus on your career, unmarried or divorced individuals. Yes, it's not people that I think we're letting go of here, it's things. A good declutter and sell, donate and dump. Release things gladly though, let them go with thanks. This is also the card of being happily single. I've manifested some wonderful relationships with people I really wanted to be with, within the energy of being happily single. This queen always knows what to do. She just has that touch, wisdom and experience combined. That's good energy to flow. The guidebook calls her the garage sale queen. So yeah, I really do think this is about having a clear out of things to make space for what you're intending for. Nine of Autumn. Reward yourself for all your hard work, being happily and successfully self-employed, cherishing your time alone. Celebrate every manifestation, no matter how small it is, scripting for the little things like finding a coin, seeing a rare bird, finding a feather, or noticing synchronicities. It's as important as scripting for the big things. I think you're better at this intentional manifestation than you're giving yourself or the universe credit for right now. Start noting down all of your successes and celebrate them. Carry a notebook just for that and script what has happened in the same way as you script what you're intending for. Take time out to relax and enjoy life too. Don't get so caught up and efforting over intentions to manifest. I asked the Everyday Witch card what energies you're manifesting from right now. The Devil. Feeling stuck or trapped, but that's not the reality of the situation. The Devil is the illusion of being trapped, not the actuality. This is the card of bad habits, addictions, obsessions, codependency, all things that can be worked through, mitigated or released. Here is where I suggest you get help if you need it, from the King of Winter or the professionals he represents. You don't have to do that hard work yourself. This is fighting your inner demons, what they call shadow work these days. This could mean poor choices or bad decisions too, whatever it is. It's emotional clutter that can be cleared out like the excess stuff in our lives it is. You have the power to change things for the better. Nine of Pentacles, and that's the second time it's shown up. I think that underlines the message that you're far better at this manifesting thing than you give yourself credit for. You've worked really hard to get to where you are right now, and there's entrepreneur energy here. Take that time out, relax, enjoy the fruits of your efforts, celebrate the wins. You have had them and they are still flowing. Give yourself some credit here. Also, check into other areas of your life that you may be neglecting in pursuit of a big ask. How is the rest of it flowing? Ace of Wands. Creativity on the up too. A nice idea or project with some momentum behind it. This is you stepping into some good manifesting energy, your own inner power. As within, so without. Go within or go without. There's a gift coming to you from the universe, a step up, a moment of potential. Grab it and go with it. I think you're seeing more clearly than ever where you weren't allowing and starting to let it flow here. Seven of Swords, but there are still doubts. Your head is still overruling your heart and telling you that it's all nonsense, that you can't change anything, that life is boring and humdrum and you'll never get anywhere. You're afraid that you're being fooled, and you're finding it very difficult to take anything from the law of attraction and esoteric subjects completely seriously. So you end up manifesting by default when you let everything slide every now and then. That's okay. We're human. We're also spiritual beings having a human experience that was supposed to be rich and abundant and flow freely. We were always supposed to create our perfect existence in spite of circumstances. Ten of Swords. And here's the contrast that knocks you off the high vibration and makes you feel like you've never actually achieved anything you've intended for. This is circumstance. And you created it, as certainly as you created the good stuff. It can't always be fluffy bunnies, unicorn farts and lottery wins. There has to be contrast. If you'd never cried tears of sorrow, then tears of joy would mean so much less. There's hope. The dawn is breaking. Birds bring news. He's down, but he's not out, and he's reaching for the broom. Pick yourself up and dust yourself off and tell yourself that circumstances are out of your control. The only control you have is how you choose to react. Eight of Cups. And that's how you treat circumstances when you're flowing your full power. You learn all you can from them, take what you want and leave the rest behind, just like a general tarot reading. Accept what is yours and stay neutral to everything that isn't. Those cups, those emotions, they don't belong to the witch that's striding away from them, so she simply ignores them and moves on. Right, I asked the Rider-Waite, what are you intending for? Two of Cups. A relationship, soulmates, or at the very least a deep connection with someone very special. Business partnership, collaboration, teamwork, companionship. This partnership is based on shared values, compassion and unconditional love. This card is the basis for synergy, connection on the soul level. Nine of Cups, the Wish card. This is contentment, a wish granted, and the gratitude flowing out for positive manifestation, both as a trigger and as a result. This is the page in your daily log of manifestations that reads like your scripting journal, when all of your abundance flows in full measure and all 9 of those cups run over. In this energy, a gratitude journal is a great tool, even if it's just 3 things that you're truly grateful for at the beginning of your scripting for the day. This level of gratitude is goals. King of Wands, the visionary entrepreneur, fire sign, divine masculine on a mission. This is either someone you want to manifest in or the energy you want to flow. This energy is the leader, the creative, and he moves forward. This is the energy of creating the idea and then getting the team to run with it. This is living with a vision, a long-term goal that you know you can manifest, and it's also enjoying the process of doing so, enjoying the journey, loving the work, doing what you love and loving what you do. 10 of Cups, you've got a decent wish list here. Here's the happy family life, the fun, the contentment, joie de vivre, harmony, alignment with source energy. This is being surrounded by family and soul tribe that you have strong connections with you. This is you following your heart and moving into the right decisions with that connection. It's lovely, lovely energy. Let's move on to the Osho Zen and look at your deepest blocks. The dream. This warns that putting someone on a pedestal, having a hopeless crush, can be counterproductive. You may be projecting your ideal partner onto one particular person, and what you're imagining them to be may not be who they really are. Really get to know them as a friend, as a companion. Are they who you believe them to be? And is there someone who would suit you better if you could let go of the crush? No one but you can make you happy. No one else is responsible for your happiness. You are the only person who can make you happy. Don't expect anyone from your mother to your spouse to give you everything you need to be happy. And don't blame them when you're not. Mind. Here's the negative thought patterns that have doubt and rotten negative self-talk popping up. There are unwanted thoughts popping in, and your focus outside of your manifestation practice is nowhere near as positive as you think it is right now. The Master tells us that the mind is meant to be a servant. Dr. Joe Dispenza says the same thing in a different way. The body knows better than the mind. Settle the mind down, put the body in charge, and when the mind interrupts, do it again. Eventually, the mind will learn, just like training a dog, to stay settled, and then you can build up your energy field and start tapping into the source in a positive way. Consciousness. Deep meditation here, and I get the feeling that this is something you're having difficulty with. There's only one way to sort out any issue with meditation, and that is to keep practicing. Begin each meditation as if it were the first time you'd ever sat to practice. Expect nothing. Don't think about outcome, or that one really deep mystical experience you had and if it will happen again. Don't think about yesterday's frustration when the cat was sick, the baby started crying, there were ambulances and police cars going by with full sirens on, and the dog landed in your lap and knocked your water over everywhere. There is only ever one meditation, and that's the one you're experiencing now. Finally, I pulled 2 Everyday Witch Oracle cards to see what advice they could give for moving forward. Gratitude and thanks, well that's pretty clear. Flowing the gratitude out to let the abundance flow in. That's the manifesting cycle in a nutshell there. Gratitude journaling, heart-centered meditation, even heart coherence meditation, all of these things are very powerful. The guidebook also says that gratitude for the small things that are really good in the middle of big things that seem really bad is important too. Flow it out from the heart and breathe all the positive energy back in. You can release the stress and negativity too, but even with it, it's possible to flow that gratitude out. Look around you and find 3 things that you're grateful for right now, even if it's just the screen that you're watching this on and the surface that's supporting you, with the clothes that you're wearing as the 3rd. There is always something. Meditation, to dig deep. Again, pretty clear. You aren't looking for shallow or surface changes in order to manifest everything you want. It's going to take effort and discipline. Sitting down to meditate when you really don't feel like it, and you have the 10 of Swords sticking out of your back and a bad mood to match. That's the times when you have to dig deep to even begin. The times when mind jumps up and bites you and you have to start again. Don't avoid the meditation for fear that you won't be able to go deep. Dr. Joe Dispenza took weeks to be able to go through the meditation he'd set himself to heal his broken back, and every time he slipped and lost concentration, he started again. That's the level of discipline called for. Will it be worth it? Oh yes. Well, Group 1, if you liked the reading, please give it a thumbs up and comment below. While you're here, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so that you'll get a message whenever I upload a new pick a card reading like this one. Until next time now, Group 1. Bye. Group 2, hello, welcome to your reading. Remember that this is a general reading, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind. And I'll just put your little Santa's sleigh there. Okay, so I'm starting with your fairy tarot to read the general circumstances that you're in right now. 7 of Autumn. Have patience and don't worry. Take some time to rest and plan your next steps. a prudent investment of time or money. This is being in this for the long term, not looking at short-term gains or successes, but planting the seeds for long-term gain and waiting for them to germinate. The advice from the card is not to focus entirely on the future, but to be in the present moment too. That way, the pace will pick up, and things are probably moving faster than you realize. Take a time out. Really look at everything you've manifested, and don't do the digging up seeds to see if they've germinated thing. You may also be worried about nothing. Prince of Winter. Seek out an intellectual solution to your problem, the need to act quickly and decisively, sudden or unexpected changes. It's sudden movement, things happening quickly, almost the exact opposite of the last card, which makes me feel that the 7 is how things seem to be happening, but the Prince is how you want things to be happening. You're so quick mentally that you're leaps and bounds ahead of everyone else. This is being idealistic and driven, perhaps a little impulsive, and the energy can be impatient and frustrated. I can see that you are setting intentions and then getting frustrated that what you intend isn't here immediately. Whoa, Nelly! First of all, you have to be sure you're charging in the right direction. Second, there's a distinct possibility that you're rowing upstream and efforting. The Magician. You can do anything. Take charge of your life. You can manifest what you need to be a success. You really can manifest anything you intend for right now, and you have, when that impatience thing isn't making you dig up your seeds prematurely. You always have all the resources you need, whether that's money, ideas, help, or just enough of everything to get yourself through. Take a good hard look at everything you already have and be sure that you will enjoy and be benefited by whatever it is you're intending for. You do have more and have manifested more than you realize, especially if there's something big that isn't showing up. Don't be afraid to ask the universe for guidance as to what would be the next step to take, or the best thing to intend to manifest right now as well. You can even manifest your perfect manifestation techniques. We're all different, and different techniques work for different people. Five of Autumn. Reach out to others for assistance. Poor timing for a career change. Feeling challenged by money issues. This card is one of the clearest signs that there's some lack mentality hanging about in your energy. If you aren't seeing signs and synchronicities, ask the universe to show you them clearly so that you can see them and note them. Don't focus on the lack of what you're intending for. Focus on the full flowing abundance of and gratitude for everything you have already. That way you're manifesting from gratitude and not lack and want. The feeling of longing for something or someone is manifesting the lack of them or it. Sending the feelings that you would have when you have the situation that you're intending to manifests those feelings with that clear intention fulfilled. The Empress. Time to take action. The power of creativity. Success that allows for a life of luxury. You've set the intention and you know what you're working towards. Now comes the next step of allowing it in. There's a real feel of creative flow here with an artistic flair. This is you taking the inspired action that flows you forward, action that you'll thoroughly enjoy, so that rather than charging in headfirst and thinking later, you're flowing downstream on piles of cushions. Don't get me wrong, you're still taking action, but it's inspired action where head and heart agree. You're creating something new and beautiful that will benefit everyone. Awakening. Change the way you're looking at the situation. Embrace your uniqueness. A temporary pause in the action. It is a change of perspective, and all the fairy cards are telling that story. Instead of planting the seeds and standing there looking at them and then getting frustrated that nothing's happening and charging off half-cocked, you're getting out of the lack mentality that sticks you in the energy of wishing things were different and getting frustrated that they aren't, and flowing you into the energy of allowing downstream inspired action and creativity. It's all about changing your perspective. Forcing your manifestations through frustration doesn't work. It just creates more frustrations and blocks. This card says that there have been action going on behind the scenes that you can't see yet, moving you towards your goals. The things that you think are weird about you are your strengths. The things that you think least likely to manifest for you could just show up as if by magic when you let go, allow, and change your perspective on them. I ask the Everyday Witch cards what energies you're manifesting from right now. Two of Swords. You think you don't know the answer, but you do. There's a decision to be made and you're swivering over it. What are you refusing to look at closely? Your own attitudes? The action steps that seem necessary but that you're unwilling to take? Things that seem like effort that you know are necessary, even down to daily meditation and manifesting techniques. If it's a simple choice, flip a coin. If you're disappointed, then it was the other choice that was right. It isn't that the universe is hiding anything from you here. It's that you're not willing to take the blindfold off and take a good, long, hard look at the situation in front of you. The Moon. And you aren't seeing clearly anyway, as you're not releasing negative emotions so that the positive coherence between head and heart can flow in. Restlessness and uncertainty, being torn between alternatives. In this deck there is an emphasis with this card on things being mutable, that things are changing and will change, but that change is neutral until you react to it. And that's always the case anyway, even if it's the Tower and the Ten of Swords. They're all neutral until we react. Pay attention to your dreams and your intuition. You may be missing the still small voice of your soul in the middle of your frustration and confusion. Eight of Swords. You're feeling trapped in the circumstances that you're in and you can't see a way out. Look, your hands aren't actually tied and the swords can't keep you in there. You're overthinking all of this, every last part. It's pretty simple. Set an intention, feel the feeling as if that intention had already manifested, then let it go and allow it to flow. That's it, in a nutshell. And it really is simple. So simple that you're doubting that it's true. Simple doesn't mean easy, though, and that's the thing. You get intentions set, you stop and contemplate a job well done, and then you worry over it, churn the negativity up in your head and get yourself stuck in the original circumstances because you aren't getting to that Emperor's energy from the change of perspective. Justice. All the blindfolds here. The cards are saying, look at this, over and over again. You aren't seeing clearly and you are out of balance. You're not seeing the truth that no one but you is manifesting in your universe and that you can't manifest in anybody else's sandbox. Karma here too, and contracts, whether honoured, torn up or simply released with thanks. Where does your responsibility lie? Abraham Hicks reminds us that the sun came up this morning and you had nothing to do with it, that the earth spins in perfect proximity to the other planets, that the plants breathe in the CO2 and breathe out oxygen, and that's not our responsibility. What is your responsibility? To let go and allow something more? She stands for fairness, truth, and balance. The Hierophant. You create your path with every step you take. Be perfectly present in the moment and allow it to flow. This is the manifestation of the sacred, manifesting the spiritual path, even the perfect manifestation techniques. There is wisdom to be tapped into and guidance. Ask the universe what your next best step is. Ask for signs. Ask for help to stay in that perfect present moment. What might you need to learn right now too, either formally or informally? What new spiritual teachers would allow the change in perspective that you need to move forward? Strength. You are stronger than you think. Once you get the balance right and have the courage to look at everything and change your perspective, then you'll come into your power. I'm getting strong Leo vibes here too for a few of you. The power of the Strength card comes in trust and confidence in your own abilities. Trust that you've done the manifesting thing and done it well, even if it was just a car parking space back when you first learned about manifesting, or a coin on the ground, or the perfect gift, or always having just enough. Affirm now with me that you always have far too much of everything all the time. I always have far too much money and never just enough. You have manifested these things, and you can manifest the other things that you intend for. It's just a case of changing your perspective and allowing your power. Eight of Pentacles, the Craftsman's card. Musician, writer, artist, actor, creating in flow for the love of creating. There's a flavour of learning, but all creatives are constantly learning anyway and improving on their art and craft. This is you having changed what you do for a living, enjoying what you do all the time, even if some of it is repetitive. This is effort put in to improve your conditions and circumstances, but it is inspired effort and being done in the right way, from the right perspective and with the right intentions. Queen of Wands. Either someone you want to flow in with the feminine fire sign energy, or energy that you want to flow out. Creative, kind, courageous, independent. Seeing her creative endeavours through, being happily busy and occupied doing things that she truly values and enjoys. Being the queen bee, the centre of her little corner of the world, but mostly being creative and happy. The Chariot. You do intend for forward momentum and control and being in your power, setting intentions and rolling forward over them. But here the card is telling me that you intend to use willpower to do this, and that this intention may not be helping you at all. Using willpower to manifest isn't being in the allowing mode, it is efforting and forcing, and this may be partly why you're stuck rowing upstream. Stay focused, stay with the intentions you have set, and then let the effort go and take the inspired action necessary to your path forward. Three of Cups. You're intending for a happy celebration and fun time with friends, perhaps calling in Soul Tribe for good times. That's a lovely, positive, upbeat intention that you can flow to. You may be intending a wedding or a baby blessing or a graduation. Again, these are all good intentions and good energy. No forcing it to be the way you want, allowing it to be the best way it can be instead. Love it. Let's move on to the Osho Zen for the deepest blocks. Adventure. This is the way I think the universe is asking you to be right now, walking forward like a little child full of wonder and excitement, looking for the adventure outside the garden gate, completely trusting in the universe, accepting that there are no guarantees, but moving forward anyway with no hidden agenda, totally open to all that comes along as part of that grand adventure. Moving into the new and unknown willingly and trustingly. Trust is what I'm getting here, clearly. The universe has your back. It won't guarantee that everything will be rainbows, but it does guarantee that with the right intentions you can manifest your way forward to be more fun than fraught. You are in control of only one thing: your reaction to contrast and circumstances. Letting go. The drop of water clung to the leaf in fear of the drop, but once it dropped into the pond, all was well. This is being on the edge of the allowing energy, but yet still not trusting that manifestation and law of attraction is real and will work in spite of the evidence for it. Let go of that effort. Let go of the fight. Relax and be the drop in the ocean of consciousness that is all that is. You are part of a bigger whole, a holographic fragment of the universe experiencing itself. Never doubt it. Trust and let go of that doubt. Inner voice. You aren't listening to the still small voice of calm that you have inside you. It's being drowned out by the negative thought chatter, the endless destructive negative self-talk that you would be horrified if anyone else could hear. Your inner critic isn't real. There's another voice beneath it, the soul voice, the heart voice, that is a far better companion if you can only get to the point where you can hear it. The soul's voice accepts everything exactly as it is, condemns nothing, simply allows it to be. There is a clarity in suspending judgment. It's the first step towards realizing that things aren't dual, that there is only one, no duality. Your deepest truth, the one that you can really trust, is deep within you and can only be found in stillness and silence without effort. Past lives. As a holographic fragment of the universe, we have all been and all are every life that has ever been, from the largest rocks to the smallest fragments of sands, from single-cell organisms to mayflies to humans. We've all been all of these things and lived every life. I am you and you are me. We are all one. There is no separation. Some of our other existences are clearer than others for many reasons, possibly because those lives and the lessons they taught us are closer to the life we are living now. However, as Dumbledore said to Harry, it does not do to dwell on the past and forget to live. Past lives are a distraction, and as unimportant as our own past now. There is only the present moment. All of these things are happening at once, because time is an illusion. I pulled 2 Everyday Witch Oracle cards to see what advice they could give for moving forward. Follow your dreams. Do you really believe that you are manifesting your reality and that what you intend for and allow will flow in for you? You've been struggling with it, I can see that, and it might be time to go back to the basics or try a different manifesting technique. It has worked for you in the past, I feel that very strongly, but you don't understand what's changed or what you're doing wrong. You're not doing anything wrong. The answer is that you've changed, you've grown, and perhaps you've outgrown your original techniques. All of the manifesting techniques out there work. It's all saying the same things in different ways. There isn't one right way to do this. If something works for you, keep doing it that way unless or until it stops working. If something doesn't work, drop it and move on. Meditation for clarity. Yeah, that's a good plan. I like that plan a lot in this energy. You can ask the universe for clarity too, as well as ease and flow and happy fun times leading towards big asks. You can set the intention for that and let it flow and meditate on it. You aren't seeing clearly. all the blindfolds. Meditating in order to let you see clearly will help. It has to help. I get the impression that your biggest intention that you have set is a huge ask, and that you have a lot of emotion and maybe a lot of resistance around whether or not it will happen for you. Clarity there, with your head out of the emotion and your heart open and trusting, may let you let it all go so that you can allow it to flow. Stop trying so hard. No force. You've got this. Well, group 2, thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't, and let me know down in the comments if I got anything wrong. Click on the logo here to subscribe to the channel. Click the bell to turn on notifications so that you know when I post another pick a card reading like this one. Hello group 3, welcome to your reading. Remember, this is a general reading, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind. I'm just going to put you there. Okay, so we're starting with your fairy tarot cards to read the general circumstances you're in right now. 7 of Summer. No more procrastinating. Your power comes from making a decision. Confusion that arises from over-analyzing the options. It's the energy of overthinking that I'm feeling here strongly. You do have the ability to manifest, because everyone does. You're either manifesting by default or manifesting deliberately. Either way, the universal law still applies. The card's saying that you should stop procrastinating and actually set a foot on the path. The actions you take now will benefit every area of your life. It is your choice. It is always your choice. But taking positive action towards starting to intend for what you really desire to manifest is one path, and the other is staying in the circumstances that you're in. Ten of Summer. An emotionally fulfilling life with family or friends. Raising children wisely. People you can trust. Where you are is good, though. You're in some positive energy, and it may feel as if doing the deliberate intending will upset that or allow bad things to happen. There are no guarantees. All of life flows in, and we can't control contrast or circumstance. We can only control our reaction to it. It is possible to have the happy home life and love relationships and be fulfilled in other ways too. It isn't an either or choice. Both is valid and achievable. Two of Spring. A bright future manifested through hard work and creativity. Partnering with others who share your dreams. Great progress being made. Well, the message on the card is pretty clear, isn't it? What you are manifesting from is a desire to use your creative talents to flow all of this good to a higher level. The universe is putting all the resources you need to do this at your command, and you can. You'll see fast progress when you begin the process. There's the energy of partnership here strongly, working with someone else to make things happen. The Dreamer. Embrace your true purpose. Begin a new adventure. Trust yourself. Oh yeah, the real wish is to follow your desires, find your true purpose. You may feel guilty about wanting more when it seems you've got so much, but that's the point of being a spiritual being having a human experience. You're never done creating. And if you feel that you've reached a point where getting more would make you somehow greedy and you deny yourself the chance to grow, you're going to be miserable and frustrated. Prince of Autumn. Cautious but wise action, meticulous attention to detail, kindness to others. This is either an energy you're flowing or a person that's coming in for you now. He has a plan, and he has everything worked out, and he will follow this plan to completion. This energy is slow and steady and solid and dependable. There are no risks being taken here, no flights of fancy. Everything is working out because it's a solid and practical reality. This energy is safe and secure and will allow you to move forward, albeit slowly, but still steadily. Seven of Winter. There is a better choice, not seeing things clearly, running away from the truth. There's a touch of imposter syndrome here. Do you not think that you're good enough to set this plan in motion and achieve good results? Because you are, very much so. You're second guessing your choices here too, reluctant to change anything. There is the feeling of distrusting the intentions of people around you too, that even trusting spiritual teachers is hard for you, as you don't want to be fooled or caught up in something that isn't for your highest good. As long as you trust your intuition about the people around you and the things that spiritual teachers are telling you, you will be fine. I asked the Everyday Witch card what energies you're manifesting from right now. King of Swords. Air sign energy with a divine masculine emphasis, either someone you want to attract in or someone around you now. This is someone wise and intelligent, applying logic and experience to the process of manifesting, but not heart and emotion. In this deck, he's emotionally detached, not putting the heart and feelings anywhere near the subject being focused on, reacting from logic and pragmatic practicality. If it's someone around you or who is coming in for you, then it could be someone in a position of authority, a boss, a teacher, a mentor, a spiritual guide. There's no deeper connection than that here though. All head, all logic. Page of Swords. This is similar air sign energy, but younger. Again, either energy that you're flowing out or someone coming in. If it's someone coming in, then you will feel responsible for them. Maybe acting as a guide to the esoteric. If this is you, then it's you taking the first tentative steps on the manifesting path and trying to wrap your head around the whole thing. There's a strange mixture of both an eagerness to grasp the ideas and a reluctance to accept the whole thing as real. Again, cold, hard logic winning out over feelings and emotions. If that's ringing true, then I have a book recommendation for you. Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza. I'll stick a link to that in the description box below this video. Ten of Wands. Where you are right now, it feels to me like you're asking, is this all there is? Because you've put in the hard work and built yourself the life that on the outside looks really happy. But it's been an uphill struggle all the way, and while you love your family and you enjoy your life, there seems to be something missing. That all of that effort and all of the rewards you have are somehow lacking something important. There is an energy of wanting to break free. I can hear the Queen song and do something completely outrageous just to feel alive again. The Fool, again. Here, again, the feeling of a new beginning, of striking out in completely new direction with the support of the universe. That taking a leap of faith is the path that appeals to you, but you're still on the cusp of it, not quite ready to take that step and actually begin to do this more than looking at it logically and a bit cynically and dabbling. The guidebook for this deck tells us straight here that sometimes you just have to jump in with both feet. And if you can't trust the universe, then trust yourself. You do have wisdom and experience on your side after all. And there is this one thing that is a struggle for you that you'd rather not be struggling with. the Empress. I'm feeling that it is your creative side that's been stifled, that you've been able to fulfill everything except that part of you, and that it needs an outlet. It could be the nurturing, deeply caring, emotional side of you that wants to flow as well. This is a card of abundance, free flowing, but not necessarily money abundance, although it can be. This card personifies growth and possibility, saying yes to life, nurturing yourself into your creative flow, celebrating the divine feminine. Queen of Cups, again, deeply nurturing and also creative. She's flowing all of that and deep emotional connections too. Generous, compassionate, kind. She's pretty much the opposite of the King of Swords here, who values logic above everything else and only wants the facts. This is the energy that flows from the heart, the pure love, the compassion, the heart coherence. This is the energy to balance with the logic and the facts. As long as you can trust that it is as real as that logic, you'll be on the path and starting to manifest deliberately. I ask the Rider-Waite, what are you intending for? High Priestess, intuition, deep and meaningful knowledge, perhaps even mystical experiences. She guards the realms of the mystical and hidden sacred knowledge, spiritual enlightenment. This is the energy of going within to find answers that you haven't been finding in your everyday life. Turning in to find yourself and asking the real you to stand up. Being called to embrace the divine feminine side of yourself, whether you're male or female, and flow out that energy to balance it. King of Cups in the reverse. Focusing your attention on your inner feelings, going deep within and finding compassion for yourself. Finding old emotions that you have repressed or suppressed and releasing them so that you feel more complete. Reading lots of self-help books, following different spiritual teachers, and working out which spiritual path suits you best. You may be feeling a little vulnerable intending this, but you are fine to take that leap of faith. The universe does have your back. Ten of Pentacles. This is the ultimate stable security. Abundance of every kind, including material abundance and stability. It's a step up from the Ten of Summer there. And it's a good energy to intend for. This is having enough of everything so that you can share it and benefit others. It's having the happy family and everything that goes with it in place. It is completion, achievement, a long-term goal. Knight of Cups. I can feel that the energy here is you wanting someone to offer you something creative and spiritual, a sign to point you to the way forward. And you've seriously been asking for that sign to appear in the very short term. The message from the heart that the Knight is offering is you wanting to hear your own heart's voice and find your way forward. You want to create your ideal calmly and peacefully from the heart and move forward at the steady pace of this Knight. Not go flying off and make mistakes on the way. Now you are intending to move forward with this and use the creative energy that's been stifled. Your Osho Zen, and I ask them to show us where your deepest blocks are. Postponement. This bright picture is what is calling you forward. And yet there is never enough time, or there are a million other reasons to put off beginning the journey, taking the first deeper steps. What if it's all nonsense? What if the only people making money at this are the spiritual teachers ripping gullible people off? What if I spend all that time and money and never see anything more mystical than the inside of my eyelids? What if this is all that's real? This mundane reality, and that pretty picture of law of attraction and manifesting and having mystical experiences is all nonsense. And so you stay feeling stuck and incomplete, and feeling as if this mundane life and all the hard work for very little tangible spiritual reward is all there is, stuck in that discontented Ten of Wands there. Fighting, you're rowing against the flow too. Struggling and fighting and hustling and efforting, because that's what we're taught to do. You'll get medals for it, but you don't get contentment or peace of mind. Abraham Hicks tells us to put the oars down and let the current take your little boat. Nothing you want is upstream. Everything you intend for is downstream, and none of it requires that sort of effort. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you can sit on the sofa and have everything you want drop into your lap. No, you'll take inspired action, but it won't feel anything like this Ten of Wands here. It will feel like the dreamer, the fool. It'll flow and feel happy and light. It won't feel like work at all. The other thing that may be blocking you deeply is that frustration exploding into rage. That's why you're feeling drawn to releasing emotions, so that the anger at the injustice in the world isn't controlling you anymore. Healing, and yes, you are in need of some deep healing from that hard grind, from the fight, from the disappointment, from the deep hurt that what you were brought up to believe would fulfill you being completely unfulfilling on your soul level. This is the King of Cups again. The reinforcement of the idea of going deep within yourself to release all of that pent-up emotion. Here the card also suggests that opening up and accepting what is in the present moment is the way to begin that healing process. You don't have to do this alone. Isolation. Having closed off feelings so that we don't get hurt again. Barriers. Here's the thing about barriers. You're blocking everything. Nothing bad can get to you, but nothing good can either. By shutting the world out, you've also locked yourself in. Created a prison where you're just as trapped as someone who's been locked up against their will. As well as that, it really is okay to cry, to release that shell, to melt it and drop the barriers. This is separation, duality at its extreme. There is no separation, and existing like this is a life sentence, not a life. I pulled 2 Everyday Witch Oracle cards to see the advice they could give for moving forward. Learn from life. Those who don't learn from their mistakes are doomed to repeat them. You are where you are right now with the anger and the disappointment and the need to release pent-up emotions, because there are lessons to be learned here, different paths you can choose to take, or not, completely up to you. The thing is, doing the same thing and expecting a different result is insanity though. And just saying, there are ways that you can expand and improve your life if you really listen to the messages that the universe is sending you, and the gentle nudges to get you moving in a direction that will benefit you in all areas of your life. Water magic. This may well be suggesting that the healing power of the sea or swimming, or even just taking time to relax in the bath. Go for walks in the rain. Get in touch with the pure energy of water as a means to release pent-up emotions. Connect with the element of water. It's about creativity and flow, and this whole reading has been saying that that's the aspect of your life that's missing in some way. That cold hard facts, logic, and hard work have only brought you so far. Water and all of the aspects of the inner worlds that it represents is a powerful force. Drink more of it too. It's good for you. Okay, group 3. Thumbs up to like, subscribe by clicking on that little icon there. That's it for me for this reading. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your week, and I'm sending you all my love and blessings as always, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye now.